Terence, any chance your kids become UFC champions?
No,
Why not?
they don't pay you enough.
Terence Crawford just had his training session leaked ahead of his fight with Canelo Alvarez, and the most noticeable aspect was his focus on increasing his size and managing the physical disparity between him and Canelo. Despite the fight being 4 months away, Crawford's training intensity suggests a sense of urgency, as if he were preparing for a bout just weeks away. Nothing about his regimen is light anymore. He's up early every morning, putting in miles on the road to sharpen his athleticism and endurance. He then returns for breakfast and spends the rest of the day focused on boxing sparring and weightlifting, with scheduled breaks in between to recover and refuel, before diving into full details of Crawford's leaked training footage and daily regimen. Fan reactions to the video quickly lit up social media. Go champ, first boxer in history to be undisputed in 3 weight classes. Come September, the whole world will recognize Terence Crawford as one of the greatest of all time, one supporter wrote, echoing the confidence of Crawford's inner circle. However, not everyone was impressed. A Canelo Alvarez supporter tried to downplay Crawford's efforts, commenting, "It doesn't matter how much weight you gain. Canelo Alvarez will mess you up. He's not Madrimov, and it's not your weight class. If you want to be remembered as whatever, you've got to let go of the fight and save yourself the embarrassment." This fan, clearly willing to go to any length to affirm his belief in a Terence Crawford victory, added, "It's no joke this time, but I'll stop watching boxing if Canelo wins. There's no way he wins with that performance against William Skull. Man can't cut the ring anymore. He's so slow and unaggressive. And y'all think he'll knock Crawford out? Y'all will know who Crawford is on fight night." Another Crawford supporter echoed the sentiment, writing, "Y'all called the Spence fight a 50-50 fight. He won. And then y'all remembered Errol Spence had an accident and had been damaged. Now the fight with Canelo is a 30-70 fight against Crawford? I hope y'all don't find excuses when the GOAT wins again. He's even older than Canelo, so age is no excuse."
We going out November 20th.
Lastly, a vocal Crawford critic commented, "Weight classes exist for a reason, and if you refuse to learn, you end up as the victim of the knockout of the year. Crawford has been overhyped all his life with no real fighters on his resume. It's Canelo's time to put his lights out and place him where he belongs, as an average fighter." Despite the criticism, the undefeated world champion Terence Crawford has kicked off his camp on an impressive note. He's already experimenting with new training techniques and weight-building strategies to minimize the size disadvantage he'll face in the ring. Crawford's approach to training for his fight against Canelo Alvarez is a calculated mix of intense physical conditioning and mental preparation, setting him apart in the boxing world. His current regimen includes circuit training with weights, strength and conditioning sessions to boost speed and agility, and specialized core work, like having a heavy medicine ball bounced off his abdomen mid-crunch. He also incorporates mountain runs and swimming into his routine, building the endurance and physical resilience needed to go toe-to-toe with one of boxing's most formidable powerhouses. Lastly, a vocal Crawford critic commented, Weight classes exist for a reason, and if you refuse to learn, you end up as the victim of the knockout of the year. Crawford has been overhyped all his life with no real fighters on his resume. It's Canelo's time to put his lights out and place him where he belongs, as an average fighter. Despite the criticism, the undefeated world champion Terence Crawford has kicked off his camp on an impressive note. He's already experimenting with new training techniques and weight-building strategies to minimize the size disadvantage he'll face in the ring. Crawford's approach to training for his fight against Canelo Alvarez is a calculated mix of intense physical conditioning and mental preparation, setting him apart in the boxing world. His current regimen includes circuit training with weights, strength and conditioning sessions to boost speed and agility, and specialized core work, like having a heavy medicine ball bounced off his abdomen mid-crunch. He also incorporates mountain runs and swimming into his routine, building the endurance and physical resilience needed to go toe-to-toe with one of boxing's most formidable powerhouses. Terence Crawford is especially fond of swimming as part of his cardio training, often swimming for 30 minutes to an hour each night. The non-impact nature of swimming makes it easier on his joints, aiding in recovery and the regeneration of muscle cells and fibers. Since it's not a natural movement for him, he has to push himself harder, but it offers a different and highly effective form of cardio compared to running, one that significantly boosts his endurance. After swimming, Crawford transitions into boxing-specific training. He consistently works to sharpen both his offensive and defensive skills, and this dedication is clearly evident during his pad sessions. One of Crawford's defining traits is his seamless ability to switch stances mid-fight. While his coaches initially urged him to stick to a single stance, they eventually recognized that his natural talent made it more effective to train him in both orthodox and southpaw styles. This ambidextrous approach is still a key part of his training today. Sparring has also played a major role in Crawford's development. Early in his career, his exceptional skill level caught the attention of top fighters like Timothy Bradley. Now, as one of the best pound-for-pound boxers in the world, Crawford is the one elite fighters seek out for sparring, though very few get the better of him. Naturally right-handed, Crawford has mastered the ability to fight effectively from both sides, adding another layer of complexity to his already formidable arsenal. Terence Crawford's training regimen reflects the discipline, intelligence, and technical mastery that define his career. When sparring, he frequently showcases his world-class left hand, an asset honed through years of hard work and countless rounds. Like all top-tier fighters, Crawford uses a heavy bag not just to build punching power, but to sharpen technique and boost shoulder endurance. His sessions are dynamic. He varies punch rhythm and force, mixing light, fast combinations with full power shots to simulate real fight conditions. A core component of Crawford's training involves pad work with his longtime coaches, particularly Brian Bomack McIntyre. These sessions prioritize tactical development over brute strength or speed. They work on offensive and defensive sequences, footwork, and precision, incorporating tools like reaction noodles, punch shields, and sticks to train reflexes and reaction time. Crawford's use of the double-end bag sharpens his timing, head movement, and ability to strike with accuracy while under simulated pressure. Shadowboxing is another area where Crawford excels. Using light 2 kilograms dumbbells, he builds punching strength while maintaining speed and balance. His footwork, stand-switching ability, and poise make his movements in the ring look effortless, though they are anything but. This is also where his mental toughness shines. He often trains under difficult conditions to push himself to the limit, cultivating the grit required for championship bouts. Nutrition, too, plays a crucial role. Crawford delegates dietary responsibilities to a dedicated nutritionist who tailors his meals for optimal performance and recovery, emphasizing lean proteins, complex carbohydrates, and consistent hydration. He told Muscle and Fitness, "They cook it and I eat it."